This is Tabitha Williams, or Tabitha Williams Hart, and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reading one of the books I wrote called Superwolfgirl Volume 1. I'll be reading Chapter 4, by the way. If you want to check it out on Amazon, the link is in the description. Make sure for those of you that are not subscribed to smash the like button, comment, share, and subscribe to the video and get push notifications here on this channel. Thanks! Alright, let's begin reading. Alright, you all, so we're reading Chapter 4, A Demon in the Closet, Halloween. The following days, or a few weeks on Halloween, we were all in Mr. Tilson's Algebra 1, y'all. The following days, or for a few weeks on Halloween, we were all in Mrs. Tilson's Algebra 1 class, about to hear a guest come into our class for an hour or a little more. Our class contained me, Jonathan, Elizabeth, Cherry, Petra, Joe, Ray, Ronnie, Cindy, who appeared to have olive tan skin, dark brown Long Beach wavy hair, hazel eyes, and purple pastel matted lips. She then wore a yellow dandelion spaghetti strap mesh floral dress, warm brown double button elastic knitted headband, leather purple praline long double stone feather chain necklace, and a red fuchsia lace cape stiletto leather heels. Then three more extra students were Leah, Oliver, and Jaden. Leah appeared to have neutral pale white skin, strawberry blonde short high ponytail hair, aqua blue eyes, and pink warm matted lips. She wore that day a red rose suspender high waist dress, plastic blue aqua thick frame nerd glasses, and leather black cutout Chelsea boots. Oliver had dark copper skin, a black dark curly mohawk, and brown black eyes that shaded dark forest. Oliver wore that day a brown tan swoop neck sleeveless stripe tank top, leather brown quilted studded lace-up pattern ankle boots, blue Oxford cotton quilted panel vest long sleeve belted jacket, and a polyester blue floral print belted pressed slacked baggy ankle pants. Jaden had rosy peach skin, medium blonde short shaggy hair, deep blue eyes, and a true purple polyester plain school varsity jacket with a beige top shirt and denim gray bag wrinkled jeans, and leather black motor lace boots. Everyone was in their usual outfits except for Elizabeth and me. Elizabeth wore a green mint loose boho ruffle bottom shirt, green teal duck-billed fur tie boots, blue cerulean leather collared crop rolled up sleeves jacket, an Oxford blue pleated small pleated waist-high skirt, and a dark purple denim side stitch-up button-up jeans. I wore a sky blue camo racerback workout tank top, hickory brown double-buttoned ankle boots, off-black cotton loose capri type belted pants, a cotton gray pleated pattern small belted waist-high skirt, and a leather gray warm collared crop rolled-up sleeves jacket. Mrs. Tilson wore that day a cotton orange open-up button-up shirt, rolled-up tuck shirt, polyester red auburn transparent polka dot leggings, red and white double sandal flats, rose gold metal ring long chain necklace, orange tangerine thick frame floor decor glasses, and gray blue cotton plaid princess seam skirt in which Mrs. Tilson had dark copper skin, violet eyes, a dark brown ombre short wavy hair, and brown gold full pouty hearted lips. An hour has passed, and Mrs. Tilson was about to announce that a special guest is about to come to our class. And gee, I wonder who this special guest would be. Mrs. Tilson greeted our class with a warm, tender voice. "Good morning, class. How's everyone's day today?" I then answered happily, "Our day is going very great so far, Mrs. Tilson." Mrs. Tilson announced with happiness, Great! Today we have a special guest in our class, and she is super excited to see all of you on this Halloween day. She is here to talk with you about the greatest aspects of being a hero and other things we can learn about being a hero. Without further ado, here is the paranormal investigator of Bluewood, Mrs. Caldwell. The class applauded for Mrs. Caldwell to make her way after Mrs. Tilson sat down in her computer office seat. Mrs. Caldwell, as you may have heard, is a paranormal investigator specializing in ghosts and demonic activity and studies at the Community College of Bluewood. In the year 2000, she is married at a young age to Simon Sylvester Caldwell, who is 20 years old and works as an accountant and as an exorcist. Debbie Caldwell also loves two colors such as white and green and loves penguins as her favorite animal. Debbie Caldwell also appears to have neutral, pale white skin, a copper red high ponytail hairstyle, have green emerald eyes, and beige rose full heart pouty lips. Debbie Caldwell wore that day a cream yellow lace sleeveless satin undershirt tank top, red fuchsia lace cape stiletto heels, gray ivory polyester transparent polka dot leggings, gray teal leather long double stone feather chain necklace, gray, black, and silver quilt seam leather jacket, and blue navy white trim cotton pleated school skirt. Mrs. Caldwell then greeted and introduced to the class gleefully. Hello, students and Miss Tilson. Thank you for having me here. As you already have known, I'm Debbie Caldwell, or Mrs. Caldwell if you like to call me that. And today I will be sharing you all my story of how I became a hero at Bluewood about 4 years ago. In a crypt of a brown-themed basement hallway 4 years ago in 1996, Debbie had her red hairstyle, long straight hair with blunt solid bangs, along with wearing a gray ivory wool double elastic knitted headband, a blue Oxford cotton pleated small belted waist-high skirt that is attached to a cotton blue navy mid-length pleated skirt, a neutral white cutout back polyester short sleeve shirt, and a silver round closed pump heels. As Debbie walked through the basement, a demon named Keith appeared out of a horrendous jump scare. Keith is very tall, athletically built, has light neutral rosy skin, black brown eyes, along with him wearing a cotton gray white tight fitting tank top, red and black long devil horns, a red devil cowl, red devil tail, denim blue Oxford rolled cuffed up skinny jeans, and a leather black Oxford cape toe shoes. As he appeared, then luckily Miss Caldwell told us that Lauren Dahl, a full demon who could grow on human years, saved her and was for her, or so Miss Caldwell thought she was. Lauren Dahl has neutral light skin, have a platinum blonde beach wave hairstyle, dark black and brown eyes that cover in the shadows of a dark cloud of a cloudy stormy night, and thin heart rose gloss lips. She then wore that night a crystal diamond golden chain pendant, blue cerulean collared rolled up cropped sleeve jacket, a blue teal lace cape stiletto leather heels, and a green teal low cut crop top and a shirt combo satin dress. She appeared out of the diamond rush of luck to save Debbie from Keith the Demon. But what did it cost? Well, it cost a low-bound betrayal, of course. Miss Caldwell then told the class how Lauren Dahl in her red and black devil horns, red short dress, red devil tail, red devil sequin shoes, and a pink tattered cape was behind the murder of her parents in a haunted home back then, and that it was up to Miss Caldwell and her friend Simon, who is now her husband, in the year 2000, but in 1996 he was a good close friend to Miss Caldwell. Simon had rosy, neutral light skin, short, shaggy, dark brown hair, aqua blue, deep oval eyes, and wore mid-length brown beige shorts, a brown short sleeve, single pocket shirt, and a black and red medallion quilted lace-up shoes. When the betrayal that Lauren Dahl put out occurred, it was up to Miss Caldwell and Simon, who helped Miss Caldwell abrogate the forces that were plotting and planning Miss Caldwell and her family's downfall, or even worse, dominating the world. It was very much time for them to make a choice. with a special weapon, metal gold necklace called the Weapon of the Fantasia Enchantment. It put a white spark of a flash in the brown basement room that put an end to Laurendal and the demon's plans to rule Bluewood and even the world. After Miss Caldwell discussed her side of the story, she concluded with a smile on her face. In conclusion, being a hero may take a lot of risks, but by courageous and hardworking actions, you can accomplish anything. We all then applauded Mrs. Caldwell for being the best guest speaker for our class today, and that Mrs. Tilson invited her on this special Halloween day to tell us how special, important, and great being a hero really means. Mrs. Caldwell then asked happily, "Any questions?" I pondered for a moment. I asked in an unsure manner, "Mrs. Caldwell, your story sounds familiar. Are you Debbie Parker who defeated Laurendal 4 years ago?" Miss Caldwell then answered in agreement and happiness, "Yes, miss, I'm Debbie Parker. How did you know?" I told Miss Caldwell with neutralization, "Well, it's just that my aunt told me some stories about this town of Bluewood that includes how you saved Bluewood." Miss Caldwell then notified happily, "Oh, that's cool, Miss, great question." Leah then raised her hand to answer a question, in which Miss Caldwell responded, "Yes." Leah answered with her hand raised happily. "Who's your favorite hero, Miss Caldwell?" Miss Caldwell affirmed happily, "My favorite hero will have to be the paranormal team from Gavinville, but I have a new favorite hero as well named Superwolfgirl." Cindy gossiped in a complimenting manner. "Get out! I heard that Superwolfgirl is so popular as the hero of Bluewood now. She's so great." "Wow, the word is spread about me being an awesome hero. There's a reason I came from a great lineage of superhero, werewolf-like, and hybrid family, and that is because our family loves defending the citizens of Bluewood and any other city, and so that the towns can be happy and safe." The whole class beamed with happiness. Well, that's except for Cherry, Elizabeth, and Petra. With the three of them rolling their eyes, Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra were not just fond of hearing about Superwolfgirl, and I really do wonder why. On the other side of the classroom, while other students were working on their homework assignments or other things as Miss Caldwell was about to depart the classroom, Elizabeth shook her fist in anger and then fumed in anger while having a private discussion with her sisters. "Ah! Why does Superwolfgirl always have to foil our plans to rule over Bluewood and possibly the world?" Petra speculated neutrally. "Well, think about it. She has stronger powers than we all might have." Elizabeth then interrupted happily. "Wait, I have a better idea," Cherry awkwardly suggested. Do you want us to go to your bedroom after school so we can summon Laurendal and her team of demons?" Elizabeth concurred with happiness, as nobody except her sisters was paying attention to her. "Yes!" After school, Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra behind the scenes changed into their witch outfits that I didn't know about them being witches until later on, had gone home into their bedroom that was filled with a wooden bunk bed that contained two beds, with one bed having red sheets and the other bed with black sheets, another twin-sized bed that contained blue sheets, a wooden bookcase that contained a stack of books, a few board games and stacks of paper, a desktop PC for the girls to use for their homework and other necessities, and decorative posters near the room's only window. The three girls walked into the room exhausted as if they ran 20 miles on a track endlessly without breaks. As they got into their shared bedroom, Petra asked her sisters apathetically, "Ready?" Elizabeth then concurred in a gossiping manner, "Ready." Elizabeth raised her hand while holding her blue witch wand. Suddenly a blue flash appeared, and then the demons, including Laurendal, were summoned. Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra were all startled and surprised to summon them simultaneously. So then they rushed into a position to meet their demands with them. Laurendal looked in their usual demonic way, and then there was the first demon named Charles, who had copper skin, dark black generic short hair, dark brown black eyes. He wore a gray, white, swoop neck t-shirt, long black devil horns, black devil wings, black devil tail, gray black wool waterproof snow pants, and leather black rugged boots. Next, there was the second demon that was Miss Caldwell encountered, whose name is also Elizabeth. Elizabeth has light rosy skin, a yellow-green short high ponytail, dark brown black eyes, plum matte full heart pouty lips, and wore black round closed pump heels. neutral black V-neck strap polyester dress, black devil cowl, black devil tattered cape, black long devil horns, and black devil wings. Then there was the third demon named Keith, as we may know. The fourth demon is Heather, in which she appeared to have golden tan olive skin, dark black medium length hair flip hairstyle, dark brown black eyes, fair rose matted lips, and wore a gray black silk cowl neck halter dress, purple devil cowl, purple devil wings, a purple devil tail, a purple black long devil horns, and leather black country chic boots. Then the fifth demon named Fred, in whom he appeared to have dark chocolate rosy skin, dark black long dreadlocks, dark brown black eyes, and wore a purple devil cowl, purple devil wings, purple devil tail, and a purple devil long devil horns, neutral dark tan leather pull tab ankle boots, green olive roll cut cuff stitched pocket pants, and a neutral white muscle short sleeve swoop neck shirt. Then the sixth and final demon is Penelope, in whom she appeared to have a peachy skin, a dark brown over-the-shoulder braid hairstyle, dark brown black eyes, red deep gloss lips. She also wore red devil wings, a red devil tail, red devil cowl, and red long devil horns, gray black leather ankle and strapped heel shoes, and gunmetal black chiffon angel dress. In response, Penelope asked, wondering about the room in her eyes, "How on earth did we all get here?" Laurendal then complained out in mid-air with her mind blown in confusion. "Oh my goodness, why is this room so cramped? No wonder we're all different tall heights." Elizabeth Brown then coughed for a moment. Elizabeth greeted out with happy communication. "Hello, Miss Laurendal and her demonic friends. I'm Elizabeth of the Witch Society of Bluewood, and the witch in red is my sister Petra. The witch in black is my sister Cherry." Petra greeted out and waved in a shy manner. "Hi." Cherry greeted out and waved out. "Hi." Laurendal conversed with her arms crossed in anger. "Hello, but my question is, what do you want from us? What's going on here, and how do we all get summoned alive?" Elizabeth answered, a smile upon her face. "Well, the reason why my sisters and I summoned you all was because all three of us needed your demon's help on destroying Superwolfgirl and Debbie Parker." Laurendal then rolled in waves of anger while Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra were idle in fear. Laurendal fumed with boiling anger. "Oh, how I despise Debbie Parker for defeating me all this time." Elizabeth doubtfully complained and admitted, "Exactly the pain I felt when Superwolfgirl defeated me multiple times." Oh, they could surely relate. You know how villains, when they have something in common that they despise their opposing force, the hero? Well, they will come up with something to plot the hero's downfall. But here, Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra, working with those demons to rule over Bluewood and possibly the whole world, is something vile that could cause the world to reach to its darkest hours of demolition against us, as the world we may know it to be. Still, luckily, with me being Superwolfgirl, I can stop their plan as we may know it. I can imagine many fellow people of Bluewood and the world could cheer me on as well. But anyways, Laurendal then shouted in anger, "Where is Debbie Parker now?" Petra pondered neutrally and explained, "Well, today, earlier in class, Debbie Parker is currently a college graduate who works at a paranormal job and calls herself Miss Caldwell." Laurendal repulsed, "Wait a minute, what?" Cherry uttered in a deniable manner, "Don't look at us, she came to our school." Elizabeth then elaborated happily, "To tell you all demons what? How about tonight we plan to destroy Superwolfgirl and Miss Caldwell? Then our Witch Society will let you demons rule this planet with us if you like." It sounds like a dark collaboration is about to be formed. Laurendal concurred condescendingly. Agreed. Then everyone in Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra's room all evilly laughed, and then there was a little pause. Elizabeth then asked with her arms crossed, "Might I ask, who are the rest of your demons' names so my sisters and I can get to know you all more?" Charles the demon greeted out, "I'm Charles." Elizabeth the demon greeted out, "My name is Elizabeth." Elizabeth Brown then concurred happily, "Mine's too." Keith greeted out, "I'm Keith." Heather greeted out, "I'm Heather, I'm in the back." Fred greeted out, "Hi, my name is Fred." Penelope the demon greeted out, "My name is Penelope." After all those introductions, Petra notified everyone happily, "Well, everyone, I think it's getting close to nighttime, so we need to prepare ourselves." Then magical flashes of red, black, and blue and magenta sparked the room in which Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra and the demons were teleported elsewhere. Halloween night, Lydia with her purple glasses, a neutral sable, quilted pattern paneling, belted open jacket, pleather purple and black thigh-high platform boots, yellow dandelion spaghetti strap mesh floral dress, and a metal silver Novea gem pendant necklace, and with me wearing a lavender black angel chiffon angel dress, which rich gold plastic feather costume angel wings, and gold lace-up angel sandals were getting ready for Jaden's Halloween party at his established brick house on 23rd Grover Lane, with a beautiful garden on both the front and backyard, along with the backyard pool and a decorative gazebo. Lydia and I were on the verge of expressing our goodbyes in the red-themed kitchen of our home so that Ronnie and Jonathan and I can head for the Halloween party. Lydia happily complimented me. "You look very lovely in your angel costume, Veronica," I sheepishly replied. "Thanks, Aunt Lydia." Lydia expressed happily, "You're welcome." Lydia peeked through the living room windows to see Jonathan and Ronnie were at the door waiting and waving. Jonathan that night decided to dress up as a vine leaf fairy and was wearing his usual glasses. Still, his costume contained a gray-white swoop neck sleeveless red striped shirt, green mint dragonfly chitin fairy wings, a green vine leaf armband, a green vine leaf laurel headwear with purple lilac flowers, leaf green leaf ankle boots, leaf green leaf flower belt tattered capri pants, and a leaf green cropped flower vest. Ronnie that night decided to dress up as an artist, wearing mostly blue shades, with his outfit containing his usual glasses, a dark blue raven tight-fitting cot tank top, a blue cerulean silk neck scarf, a warm gray dark denim chain accessory ripped jeans, leather brown beige medallion quilted lace-up shoes, and a wool jet blue beret. Lydia took a deep breath, and then she turned towards me and she communicated happily, "It sounds like your best friend and your cousin Ronnie is at the door." I noticed it, and I'm so happy to meet with them at the Halloween party. This Halloween party that I'm going to is going to be so lit. I greeted goodbye to Aunt Lydia. "Okay, Aunt Lydia, I'll see you later." Lydia waved out, "Bye, Veronica. Go have fun." I opened the door to go outside with my best friend and cousin. Rodney smiled and gestured out. "Okay, I think we're all about to be ready to go." We all walked down the street to see lots of trick-or-treaters coming door to door to get surprises and, of course, candy. Jaden's house was only a couple of blocks down the lane, and then there were some cars in the driveway. As Jonathan and Rodney and I made it down there's a DJ set where the party music was being played, a few random college students having their alcoholic beverages, and they dressed up in cat costumes. Grace Ellis in a doctor costume, Tracy in a yellow and black firefighter costume, Royland, their friend, who appeared to have neutral peachy skin, strawberry blonde slick back, solid side, shaved hair, green emerald eyes, and wore a pale brown detective costume with a magnifying glass accessory. Alma in a leaf fairy costume with a brown bowl, leather cropped rolled up sleeves jacket. Then there was Cindy, who wore purple princess attire, and Leah, who wearing a red porcelain doll dress costume, and Jaden, the party host, had just dressed up in his usual attire. Then Simon Caldwell, who's older looking in his 20s, wore his red praline wool button-up sweater, dark chocolate brown quilted, studded, laced-up ankle boots, and camel yellow denim, wrinkled, baggy jeans, and Miss Caldwell, his wife, who was also at the party as well. The party was entertaining, to be honest. There were games at the party such as cornhole, drawing contests, pinning the pumpkin poster for the Halloween-themed party, and other games. At the party, everyone was also celebrating and dancing to the party music and either conversing, eating the snacks, fruit punch, and candy at the food bar. We all had a good time, and that good time was exceptional. I hope this memory can last a good while. I gestured out happily. Ronnie and Jonathan, are you both having fun at this party? Jonathan concurred happily. Why, of course I am, Veronica. Ronnie communicated with his arms neutrally. I guess you could say I'm pretty much having fun. Then sparks of red, black, and blue flashes sparked in the room, and out appeared were Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra in their witch attire. I didn't really know they were witches until later on in November, and that latter of the secret that I found out about them shocked me to the darkest core of the darkest abyss. Everyone except for them was as shocked and terrified to see them. Alma then gasped and said with shock, Oh no, everyone! That witch in blue turned me into evil kitten before, and now she brought her friends, and now I'm terrified. Jaden then burst his balloon out of anger towards the three witches. He was definitely upset that his party was about to be ruined for a moment, so he shouted with his arms crossed in anger, Hey, you ugly witches, leave my party right now or else I'll call the authorities to deal with the three of you. Elizabeth taunted with her arms crossed condescendingly. Okay, if you say so, your majesty. Petra then raised her magic wand, which then led to black and red flashes spark in the room, which made everyone faint for a while, all except for Mr. Caldwell, Mrs. Caldwell, and Ronnie and I. Then Cherry rose her magic wand, in which a black flash appeared. A black flash sparkled the room. With her red devil pitchfork along with her demons, Lauren Dahl was present in the living room where the party was set in, which made Mrs. Caldwell and Mr. Caldwell in utter shock. The three witches, along with Lauren Dahl and her demons, all laughed evilly while Mr. Caldwell fainted for a moment and picked himself back up after a few seconds. Mr. Caldwell uttered with this startlement and shock while confused with his mind blown. With her mind blown. Lauren Dahl and her demons are back? Mrs. Caldwell then argued angrily. I should have known you all were up to something to ruin this party. Mr. Caldwell expressed with his arms crossed in anger in a caveat way. And we all wonder what for. Lauren Dahl communicated evilly and also holding her own pitchfork. Debbie and Simon, and I've known for years that we all haven't gotten along with each other for my first attempt to rule all the Bluewood and possibly the world. We had to do what was best for this forsaken world anyways. Mrs. Caldwell then shouted in anger, More like you and your demons want to destroy humankind as well in the process. Lauren Dahl continued to express evilly while still holding her pitchfork. But tonight is not about that yet. So if I were you, Debbie and Simon, I would order you two to surrender to us, so that these lovely witches and the rest of these demons can take over this planet, or you, Simon, and wherever superwolfgirl is, will end up being destroyed by all of us. Oh, Lord, no, she did not just say that. Revenge is at its finest core with Lauren Dahl, her demons, and the three witches. Well, this is definitely about to go down. Mr. Caldwell shrugged with concern. Who the heck is Superwolfgirl? Mrs. Caldwell explained with exhaustion. Honey, she's a superhero who's not here at this moment. Mr. Caldwell turned to Mrs. Caldwell and told her happily, Oh, okay, darling. Mrs. Caldwell then argued with defensiveness. Forget it, Lauren Dahl. We will never surrender to any of you all. Lauren Dahl conversed out of anger. Then you all leave us no choice. Everyone attack! Mrs. Caldwell pressed onto her necklace gem, which then burst out a white light star, and then a swift around the two demons, Fred and Penelope, which caused them to faint for a while. Lauren Dahl then burst her seas of anger, which then she raised her devil pitchfork, and a magenta-colored flash sparked the room, which then Mr. Caldwell fainted for a moment. In shock, Mrs. Caldwell then shouted with her mind blown in confusion, Oh no, Simon! While Lauren Dahl, her demons, and the three witches all laughed evilly, I decided that I must make my choice. A choice where I, as Veronica Piles, aka Superwolfgirl, will have to help Miss Caldwell in need against the demons and the witches. I discussed with Ronnie with worry and sadness. Oh no, Ronnie, Miss Caldwell's in trouble. Ronnie agreed with me by nodding, and then I pointed out pretentiously, "We must help her defeat those demons and the witches." Ronnie concurred happily. "I agree with you, Veronica. Transform into Super Wolf Girl for me, and I'll transform into a wolf." I responded neutrally, "Okay, and I will." I ran with my super speed power so I could quickly change into Super Wolf Girl, and a blue flash sparked the room in which Ronnie had transformed into a black wolf, while I came dressed in my Super Wolf Girl attire. Lauren Dahl, her demons, and the three witches all crossed their arms in anger and contempt with my appearance showing up. "Well, it's about time to do some superhero work." Elizabeth complained out of anger. "I should have known Super Wolf Girl would ruin this moment." "Yep, it's superhero time." I called out to Miss Caldwell, "Don't worry, Mr. and Mrs. Caldwell, I am here to help." Mrs. Caldwell applauded as if she was delighted to see me. She cheered me on, and Ronnie and I were about to stop this evil charade afoot. As I would say to myself, let's get to stellar work. Lauren Dahl scoffed angrily. "Oh, I just can't believe this right now! Attack!" I told Mrs. Caldwell with confidence, "Don't fret, Mrs. Caldwell. You take care of your demonic enemies, and my wolf and I will take care of the witches." Mrs. Caldwell nodded in agreement, and as she did so, she conversed with gratitude. "Gee, thanks, Super Wolf Girl, for your help." "No wonder. You're welcome, Miss Caldwell," I told Miss Caldwell gladly. Lauren Dahl trumpet tooted its horn of anger, and as that happened, she raised her pitchfork, in which Mrs. Caldwell was attacked with punches invisibly, which then she felt wounded for a tiny moment. Then Mrs. Caldwell picked herself back up and then pressed the pendant of her necklace, which caused another white light star to appear and destroyed and defeated the rest of the demons, including Lauren Dahl. As the rest of the demons were fainting from their defeat, Lauren Dahl was very angry to the point to where the fear of her soul began to grow and grow. Lauren Dahl shouted with fear, "No, I'm not ready to be defeated!" Lauren Dahl and the rest of the demons were defeated and then were teleported back to the devil's place as soon as the red flash appeared in the room. Mrs. Caldwell cheered as she succeeded with her victory in overcoming those demons from her past. Now it is Ronnie and I's turn to defeat the witches. The three witches were shocked and scared to see that I, as Super Wolf Girl, was about to defeat them. "Oh well, prepare to be defeated, three witches!" I shouted, "Ronnie, attack!" Ronnie, as a wolf, rushed to the part of the living room where the three witches reside, and Petra questioned with her mind blown in confusion, "Wait a minute, the wolf's name is Ronnie?" Ronnie magically howled his dark purple wolf howl waves to attack Petra, which succeeded with Petra receiving an invisible punch attack, which made her wounded for a few minutes, then fainted. A red flash sparked the room, in which then Petra was teleported back home in defeat. Elizabeth then screamed a turmoil, a seas of anger that will stir a tide of vengeance in this house. I ran fast with superseded Cherry, but as I reached where the witches were, Cherry raised her black magic star wand, and then I was suddenly attacked with an invisible slap in the face. I felt the burning pain of that slap too, and obviously it's not a good feeling. But I picked myself up and raised my hand to summon my lavender force field, and I howled my lavender wolf howl waves, and it caused Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra to be petrified with fear. Cherry was attacked suddenly with multiple invisible punches, which left her wounded for a moment. Then, while still holding on to my lavender force field, I threw my fist to summon my super wolf punch power, which knocked out Cherry and caused her to faint. A black flash sparked the room, which teleported Cherry back home. Elizabeth screamed in deep anger as she then raised her magic wand to let a blue flash spark the room so Elizabeth could teleport home in defeat. And she did for that night. Miss Caldwell expressed with gratitude, "Thanks again, Super Wolf Girl, for all the help that you and your fantastic wolf gave me." I conversed with happiness. "No problem. So is there any way with your magical amulet necklace that you can wake everybody else up at the party?" Miss Caldwell retorted with happiness, "No problem. Of course I can do that." Miss Caldwell then pressed the pendant of her necklace, which then a white flash sparked the room. And finally, the spell where the party people fainted was broken. It was led to most of the people there confused, but while they were in a state of confusion, Ronnie and I transformed back into our Halloween costumes for that night. Afterward, the party resumed for the rest of the night, and the party music was booming tonight. Mr. Caldwell turned to Mrs. Caldwell, and they both glared at each other with glee, but Mr. Caldwell asked with exhaustion, Oh my, honey, what happened while I passed out? Mrs. Caldwell gestured out with happiness. Don't worry, honey, I'll explain it later. Back to our side of the living room at Jaden's house, Jonathan questioned with a shrug of concern. Oh, gee, I wonder what happened after we all passed out except for the two of you. I explained gladly. So while most of the party guests passed out, Ronnie and I went to the bathroom to call superwolfgirl to come to the rescue, and it turns out she did, along with Miss Caldwell and another wolf that came with them together. They defeated the witches, and that they were there along with the demons that came with the witches while the party guests were passed out. Jonathan pondered out. But did it all really happen, Veronica? I responded neutrally. Of course it did. I confessed with sadness. However, I do have something to tell you all. Ronnie shrugged with concern. What do you have to tell us, Veronica? I took a deep breath for a moment. I expressed with sadness. It's about the witches we saw. They reminded me of some people we met in school, and this really doesn't give me any good vibes at all. Ronnie and Jonathan were in a state of fear and shock. I felt deep bad vibes that Elizabeth, Cherry, and Petra were indeed witches, but I wasn't too sure. Will I eventually find out if they are, or is there something more violent hidden about them? Let's hope I will find out something eventually. All right, you all. That is the end of the video. The video. That is the end of the video and audio recording for today, you all. So be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and get those push notifications on. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.